last 5 minutes of registration. Last 5 minutes, get yourself signed up. Tonight's parade lap will be for our August birthdays. So if you got a birthday in the month of August, you will have tonight's parade lap. Once again, 5 more minutes. Get yourself signed on up. We're down to that last call for registration. Last call to get yourself signed up for tonight's race in action. Once again, tonight's parade lap is August birthdays only. So if you got a birthday in August and you want to participate in tonight's parade lap, you better get yourself on up to the back of the hill. Registration is closed. Registration is closed. We'll get our flag carriers out at that first obstacle, and we'll get tonight's race in action kicked off. All right, looks like we got our flag carriers out at that first obstacle. Now is the time we pay tribute to all the men and women of our armed services, both past and present. If everyone could please rise, remove your ball caps, and face the flag proudly flying at the south end of the arena over all our events here at Rum River BMX. Here's today's parade lap and your national anthem. Motos are posted. Check those out at rumriverbmx.com under the Live Motos tab. Click on that green button in the top right corner. We'll go ahead and open up third and fourth straight for our balance bike warm-ups. Double check those motos. We do have a repost. One moto dropped off, so everybody's moto number changed. Double check your moto numbers. Alrighty, here we go, kicking things off with our 4-year-old balance bike racers. Gate comes down on this one. We got Plumley, Rop, and Rop racing down that third straight, ripping in and out of that last corner. Looks like that's going to be a Rop sitting on that top spot right now, working down that last straight. That's going to be the 699 ride. That's Jackson Rop, followed up by the 701 Riley Rop, working their way back home. The 730 Plumley trying to get up into the mix, but Jackson going to pick up that low score in round number 1. Plumley coming by across that table, going to pick up that 2 spot. Riley going to get that 3. Three-year-old balance bikes on the track. Moto number 2, we got Sabalo, Callahan, Ling, Moore, Renegade, Brady, Helms, and Damaris ripping around. We're going to take 3 out of this rack straight onto the main event as they rip it on down that last straight. Looks like the 380. That's going to be Moore sitting on that top spot, working their way back down to that stripe. We got the 630 Damaris sitting on that 2 spot. Moore going to lock in 1 transfer spot. The 462 and the 630 side by side. So that's Sabalo Callahan locking in a spot. And the 630 ride of Damaris going to lock in that 3rd transfer. One and 2. Oh, we still got a little guy out there working his way. Give him a big round of applause as he works his way down that last straight. That's the 586 Ling. He's so little I didn't even see him out there working his way down that last straight. He's going to bring it on home, rounding out our 3-year-old balance bikes. 1 and 2-year-old balance bikes on the track. All 2-year-olds in this rack. We're going to take 2 of the 2-year-olds straight on into a main event. Whole lot of 2s rolling around in this one. We got Moore, Mogensen, Miska, and Record ripping on around that last straight. We got a breakaway coming on down. Looks like the 727. That's going to be Record sitting on that top spot. Coming to you out of Andover, Minnesota. We got a pile up a 3 wide on those other spots, looking to take 2. That's the 276. Moore sitting on that top spot right now, but Record going to lock in 1 transfer spot. The 276, that's going to be Moore bringing it up across the table, locking in that 2nd transfer out of moto number 3. Four-year-old balance bikes back on the track. We got the 326. Mogensen stalled out on that table. Dad helping her out as our 4-year-olds round out that last corner. Looks like it was a little bit of a fashion faux pas, all fixed up. But we got Plumley, Roppy, and Roppy. I got it right this time. That's a 699. That's going to be Jackson Roppy sitting on that top spot. We got Plumley sitting on that 2. Jackson going to bring it on home, lock in that low score out of round number 2. Plumley going to get that 2 spot. Riley Roppy working her way down that last straight, up across the double, into the big pit before the table. She's going to bring it on home. Pumping them little legs out. She's going to bring it on home for that 3. Three-year-old balance bikes back on the track. 3 little tykes left to make the main event. Working their way down that 3rd straight, we got Ling, Renegade, Brady, and Helms Bringing them on around. That's going to be when the helmet comes up. That's Prodigy colors sitting on that top spot. That's going to be Renegade Brady. Looks like Helms sitting on that 2 spot. Ling sitting on that 3 as they work their way down that last straight. The big pass coming by Helms taking over that top spot right now. So the 585 of Helms going to cross first. The 219 of Renegade Brady bringing it home second. Ling unsure, backs back down that double. We'll get him a little help as our 2-year-olds get back on the track. There we go. We got Ling up on the double this time as he brings it up across the table. He's going to round out your 3rd spot on our 3-year-old balance bikes. 2-year-olds on the track. We got Mogensen and Miska left in this one. Both jockeying for that top gate pick in that main event. As they work it on down that last straight, that's 729. That's going to be Miska sitting on that top spot. Mogensen riding it out for mom and dad sitting on that 2. It's going to be Miska bringing it up across the line on that top spot. Looks like Mogensen has no issues with the shoes or the pants this time. She's going to rip it on down. She's going to cross on that 2. Back up to the top of the hill we go. 4-year-old balance bike main event. This is a 246 total points race. We got Jackson Roppy sitting on 2, Plumley sitting on 4, and Riley Roppy sitting on 6 as they bring it on down that last straight. That's going to be Jackson leading the charge back down up across that double. Looks like Plumley making the big pass. Jackson are looking to finish out his perfect day. He's going to lock in the 1 in the overall 1. Plumley getting the hair out of her eyes. She's going to bring it on home for that 2 in the overall 2. Riley Roppy bringing it up across the table. She's going to round out your podium on that overall 3. Three-year-old balance bike main event. 6 little striders strong. 3 podium spots up for grabs. Everybody's getting a freezy today. We got Sabalo, Callahan, Ling, Moore, Renegade, Brady, Helms, and Damaris heading down that last straight. That's going to be the 380 ride. That's going to be Moore leading the charge as they bring it on back at you. We got the 462 ride. That's going to be Sabalo, Callahan sitting on that 2 spot up across the table. He comes. It's going to be Moore getting the top of the podium today. Sabalo, Callahan, all smiles, going to get that 2 spot. We got a battle on for that 3 as they're smiling their way to the finish line. Damaris going to round out your podium on that 3. Ling out there making the double on his own this time. Give him a big round of applause as he brings it on back down to the line. Two-year-old balance bike main event on the track. We got Moore, Mogensen, Miska, and Record. 4 little tykes, 3 podium spots up for grabs. They all qualified to get here. They're working their way down that last straight. That's the 727. That's going to be Record sitting on that top spot. The 326 ride of Mogensen sitting on the 2. Looks like she found some gas in the main event as she brings it on back down to 729. Miska sitting on that 3. The 727 Record going to get your 1. Mogensen finding the gas pedal on this one, going to get that 2 spot. And Miska going to round out your podium on that 3. That'll do it for our balance bike race in action. Riders, go ahead and listen up. This will be your riders meeting. race fans, Tuesday night race in action coming at you, kicking it off with our 6 and under mixed open. Gate comes down on this one. We got Schmidt, Rodell, Olson, the Queen Bee, Boffman, and Freetag ripping on down that first straight. Looks like Fusion Colors battling it out for that top spot right now. Coming out of that first corner on that top spot, we're going to take two of these riders straight on into a main event. That's going to be the Queen Bee Boffman sitting on that top spot. She's got the 31 ride. That's going to be Schmidt. Got her eyes on the prize. Ripping on down on that 2 spot as they take it single file in and out of the full tilt turn. It's all Fusion right now. Boffman looking to get a nice little break, but Schmidt got the slingshot out of the corner. She's going to cross first with that first transfer. Queen Bee going to get that second transfer. 7-8 mixed open out there now. Total points race, and we got Nonobu, Elvin, Cordell, and Peterson. That's the 243 ride. That's going to be Elvin sitting on that top spot. We got the 50 ride of Peterson sitting on that 2. Cordell on that 3 as they rounded out single file out of that last corner. It's all Elvin in this one, riding it out for Fusion. He's looking to pick up that low score in round number 1. He's going to get it. Bandit Colors of Peterson going to get that 2 spot. And Cordell rounding out your 3. 9-10 mixed open on the track. We got Barg, Wolverton, Cannonball, Brady, Ray, Berger, Mackey, and Lonsky. That's going to be Miss Ray for level up, sitting on that top spot, rounding out that last corner, working them down that last straight. We got the State 5 of Barg sitting on that too, so Miss Ray going to pick up 1 transfer. Barg going to get a spot in the 504 ride of Berger, Mackey. Rounding out your transfers on that 3rd. 11-12 mixed open, another 3 riders moving straight on. We got Mad Cat Krigler, Barron, Lanigan, Hazelton, new nephew Fenzel, and Dilly Bartilke. That's going to be Barron for Prodigy sitting on that top spot. Looks like we got the new nephew sitting on that 2. Mad Cat battling it out with Lanigan on that 3. Sitting on that bubble as they bring it on back down that last straight. Barron going to lock in 1 transfer. The big pass, Mad Cat going to make it. And Lanigan getting it. We had a big bunch up at the line, but it's going to be Barron, Mad Cat, and Lanigan. 15-16 mixed open on the track. I got the Firecracker, Schweiger, Queen of Hearts, Trachik, and Mellinson picking on the girls tonight. He's sitting on that top spot coming down that last straight. The Firecracker right by side. Did Mellinson hold on? Trachik going to get that 3 spot. Mellinson holding on for that 1. Schweigert going to get that 2. 7-8 open out there now. I got Simmons, Mellinson, and Slingshot Stopka. That's going to be the Chrome Dome of Slingshot sitting on that top spot right now. Bringing them on back down that last straight. We got Simmons sitting on that 2. Mellinson sitting on that 3. That's how it's going to go down. Slingshot going to get that 1. Simmons and Mellinson. Moto number 10 on the track now. 9-10 open, taking 2. I got Brotzel, Albers, Mr. Ray, Simmons, and Little Man Molitor. That's going to be Brotzel sitting on that top spot, battling it out with the 29 ride. That's going to be Little Man picking up 1 transfer. Brotzel going to get that 2nd transfer. Doing a little moto roulette here. We're going to kick it off with moto number 12. 56 and over, young lady cruisers. Gate comes down on this one. Looks like the Anderson sisters are here to visit again tonight. We got Shirley Anderson, Cheryl Anderson, and Miller as they work their way down that first straight. They're side by side in and out of corner number 1. Black sheep colors of Miller coming out on that top spot. She's got the 7 ride. That's Shirley Anderson right on her back tire as they round out corner number 2. They're going to bring it right back up side by side down that 3rd straight. Cheryl Anderson sitting on that 3 spot. Miller has the inside coming out of corner number 3. She's looking to pick up that low score out of round number 1 as they work it back down that last straight. Looks like the pretty pink bike's going to get there first, picking up that low score. Shirley Anderson going to get that 2. Cheryl Anderson going to get that 3. Rolling back to moto number 11, 3640, young ladies taking 3. I got Lee, Kim Possible, Farley, Engberg, Queen of Hearts, Trachik, Krigler, and the Fireball Breheim. That's going to be Kim Possible bringing it on home, locking in 1 transfer spot. I got Engberg sitting on that 2. She's going to get a spot. And the Fireball for Fusion locking in that 3rd transfer out of moto number 11. Moto number 13 out there now. 9-year-old cruiser taking 2. I got Peterson, Mellinson, Apex, Boffman, Engberg, and Freddie Kazitsa. That's going to be Bandit Color sitting on that top spot. That's going to be Peterson leading the charge back down that last straight. He's going to lock in 1 transfer spot. Looks like the 455 ride at Apex going to pick up that second. 3640 cruiser, I got Norberg, Oberg, and Rodell. That's going to be Norberg sitting on that top spot. He's got Oberg sitting on that 2. Rodell riding it out for his wifey, sitting on that 3. In and out of corner number 3, working their way back down that last straight single file style. Norberg going to pick up that low score in round number 1. Oberg going to get that 2 spot. Rodell going to get that 3. Little Tykes on the big bikes. Our Weebles and Wobbles are out there racing it out. We got the Tank, Krigler, McGraw, Prince, the Crusher, Brady, Roppy, Engberg, Colvard, and Rodell working their way in and out of corner number 1. That's going to be the 24 ride. That's going to be Engberg sitting on that top spot. We're going to take 4 of these Little Tykes straight onto the main event. The 699 of Roppy sitting on that 2. The 251 Crusher, Brady on that 3 spot. The 740 ride of Prince sitting on that bubble right now as they stretch them out there on the 3rd straight, 4th straight, 2nd straight, going line to line. We got a whole bunch working on that 4th transfer as they work it on down, but it's all Engberg. She's going to get 1 spot. The 699 ride, Roppy, going to get a spot. The 251 ride, Crusher, Brady bringing it on home, picking up a spot. We got a battle going on. The 236 coming by. Rodell locking in that 4th transfer out of moto number 15. Moto number 16 on the track now. 6-year-old novice losing a couple or 1 in that first corner. Get them checked on out. We got Olsen, McGowan, Haugen, Schiltgen, and did they put every hard name in every moto tonight? My God. Not Stopping Beard sitting on, working their way around. That's going to be the 921 McGowan bringing it on home, locking in 1 transfer. Looks like the 786 ride, Schiltgen, going to lock in that 2nd transfer. Our down rider, the 602 Haugen, back up. Give him a big round of applause. You guys can do better than that. Come on, it's a Tuesday night. It's not past your bedtime yet. He's back up riding it out on the tires. He'll be back to battling out in round number 2. 7-year-old novice on the track now, taking 2. I got Bartheld, Bethel, Supernova, Henches, Wolverton, and the Ferrari Saxberg working their way down that 1st straight, in and out of corner number 1. Looks like that might be the Ferrari sitting on that top spot right now. Yep, that's a 59, a Ferrari. We got the 167 ride, Bartheld sitting on that 2 spot. Supernova Henches trying to get up into the mix, trying to find her way into a transfer spot as they round out corner number 3, but it's all the Ferrari right now, riding it out for Mom, Dad, and Grandma. She's going to bring it on down to the stripe, lock in 1 transfer spot. The 167 ride of Bartheld going to lock in that 2nd transfer out of motor number 17. Eight-year-old novice on the track now, taking 2. I got Jensen, Haugen the 3rd, Laro, and Rimbender Henches as they work it in and out of corner number 3. We're taking 2 straight on into a main event. That looks like the 272. That's going to be Jensen leading the charge. Going to lock in 1 transfer spot. The 61 ride of Rimbender locking in that 2nd transfer spot. 9-year-old novice on the track now, total points racing. I got Lonsky, Record, and Wolverton. That's the 544 ride. Lonsky sitting on that top spot with the 197. A Wolverton sitting on that 2. Record sitting on that 3 as they work it on down in and out of the full tilt turn. Back down that last straight. It's all Lonsky riding it out for Mommy O and Daddy O, working the way down to the stripe. Going to pick up that low score in round number 1. The 197, Wolverton just pumping it out, trying to hold on. Going to get that 2. Record, going to get that 3. 11-year-old novice on the track, losing 1 on that 2nd straight. We'll get them picked up, checked out. We got Bethel. I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to try it. Zakovich. If I said it wrong, I apologize. Laro and Jablonski working their way down that last straight. That's the 181. That's Laro. Going to lock in 1 transfer. I don't know what that plate was. 306, Bethel going to get that second transfer with the plate flipped up backwards. The 13-year-old novice out there now, moto number 21. We got Botcher, Geese, Lonsky, Botcher, and Hazelton and Olson taking 3 as they work their way in and out of the full tilt turn back down that last straight. That's going to be the 769. Geese going to lock in a spot, the 538 and the 558. So Botcher and Botcher, Jet and Ava all locking in transfers out of moto number 21. Moto number 22 out there now, 2635 novice. We got Miska, Wolverton, Foster, and Miska. 3 riders answering the call. 2 spots up for grabs as they work their way back down that last straight. That's going to be Hunter Miska locking in 1 transfer spot. The 310 ride. I missed the 1. Wolverton locking in that second transfer. 36-40 novice on the track. Sketchiest class in BMX. We're out of icy hot, so keep it clean tonight. We got Henches, Austin, Olson, Caveman Anderson, Lee, and Rodell. That's going to be Austin sitting on that top spot, working their way in and out of the full tilt turn. Back down that last straight. They're bumping bars, rubbing tires as they bring it on home. Austin going to lock in 1 spot. The 277 and the 793 or 271, Rodell and Olson all locking in spots straight on into that main event. 46-50 novice. We got Fast Graham, some more Copper, Cowboy Grotti, and Rayo Johansson as they work their way in and out of corner number 2. That's going to be Rayo for the Beats Boutique sitting on that top spot right now, working their way back down that last straight. We got Fast Gramp sitting on that 2 spot. The Copper Cowboy sitting on that 3. That's how it's going to go down. Johansson going to get that 1. Zamora going to get that 2. Grotti rounding out your 3. Moto number 25 on the track now, 5 and under intermediate. We got Simmons, Freetag, and Peterson. That's going to be Simmons sitting on that top spot. We got Freetag sitting on that 2. Bandit colors of Peterson sitting on that 3. They're going to keep it tight as they work their way in and out of the full tilt turn. It's all Simmons for Embrace Orthodontics and the Black Sheep. Freetag right on her hip pocket trying to make the pass back down that last straight. They're going to go side by side across the table. Freetag going to get there. Simmons going to get that 2 spot. And Peterson rounding out your 3. 6-year-old intermediate on the track. I got Mogensen, Rodell, Schmidt, Bug Mings, and the Queen Bee Boffman. That's going to be Boffman leading them in and out of corner number 3. We're taking 2 out of this rack as they rip it back down that last straight. The 31 ride of Schmidt right on her hip pocket. Boffman going to get there first this time. Schmidt going to cross second, both getting transfer spots. 7-year-old intermediate out there now, moto number 27. I got McGowan, Bergman, and Peterson. That's going to be McGowan for Bent Rim sitting on that top spot. He's got Peterson right on his hip pocket. Bergman sitting on that 3, all riding it out, working their way around. We got Bent Rim. We got the Bandits out there. The Bandits going to make the pass out of that 3rd corner, see if he can make it stick as they work back down that last straight. McGowan trying to get it back, but Peterson going to hold on for that low score. McGowan going to get that 2 spot. Bergman going to get that 3. Moto number 28 out there now, 8-year-old intermediate. We got the Fireball, Breheim, Mystery, Acapina all over Ford Cordell, Nobu Elvin, and Don't Call Me Little Brady. That's a 243 ride. That's going to be Elvin sitting on that top spot. We got a battle on that 2 and 3 and 4. So Elvin getting a spot, Acapina getting a spot, and the Gold Cup 3 of Cordell going to lock in that last transfer spot. Out of motor number 28, 29 out there now, 9-year-old intermediate. I got Bark, Berger, Mackey, Shimmick, and Shooty. As they work their way in and out of the full tilt turn, that's going to be Shimmick sitting on that top spot. We got Berger Mackey for Fusion sitting on that 2. Bent Rim Colors leading them on down to the stripes. Shimmick going to lock in a spot, and Berger Mackey locking in that second transfer. Motor number 30 on the track. We got Geese, Barron, Ray, Tough Cookie, Ford, Cannonball, Brady, and Shimmick. That's Barron on that top spot. Shimmick sitting on that 2 as they work it on back down that 3rd straight in and out of the full tilt turn. It's all Barron right now. As they bring it on back down the straight, Prodigy Colors leading the whole way. Barron logging at a spot. The 119 losing it. He's going to cross and get a transfer spot. And the Tough Cookie Ford going to get that last transfer spot. I can definitely say the dude rolls all the way across the line. bike and body. 12-year-old intermediate out there now. We'll get him checked out at the line. Give him a big round of applause. We got Dilly Bar, Tilke, Mad Cat, Krigler, and the new nephew, Fenzel. Dilly Bar leading him on down that last straight, looking to pick up that low score. He's going to get it. Looks like new nephew, Fenzel, going to get that 2 spot. Krigler going to get that 3. 26:35 intermediate on the track, taking 2. We got Bratzel. The Lightning Bolt, Kachow Simmons, the red 95 out there. Make sure you get your autographs in between rounds. Mellinson and the Shadow Saxberg. Down rider back up. Give him one more big round of applause as he walks it off. Bratzel leading him in and out of corner number 3. He's got the red 95 right on his hip pocket, glaring him down, but it's going to go Bratzel and Simmons, both locking in their transfer spots out of moto number 32. Moto number 33 on the track now, 41-45 intermediate. We got Marky Mark, Beard, Oberg, and McGraw. Once again, I make this announcement every time. We are out of icy hot at the finish line, so keep it clean. Keep the rubber side down. Old men don't bounce. Marky Mark, like I said, rubber side leading them in and out of corner number 2 down that 3rd straight. Oberg sitting on that 2. McGraw sitting on that 3. As they round it out back down that last straight, it's all Marky Mark right now. He's going to lock in that low score. Oberg trying to hold on, but McGraw going to make the pass and get that 2. Oberg going to get that 3. Second round, you should be making your way back to staging. Second round, back to staging. Welcome to the Girls Club. 7-year-old young ladies on the track. Total points racing. We got the 1 cent Penny Lakeberg, Casey Ray Mings, and Marika Farley. That looks like that's going to be the 1 cent Penny Lakeberg sitting on that top spot. We got Marika sitting on that 2. Casey Ray for Factory Rip sitting on that 3. She's looking to better her score as they come down that last straight. Lakeberg crossing first. I'm not calling 2 and 3. I need that one. But Lakeberg going to get that low score. We'll roll back to that one. 13-year-old young ladies on the track. Lil JT Tollefson, Garski, Lil Red McCauley, Firecracker, Schweigert, and Lanigan taking 2. That's going to be Lil JT and Little Red both locking in transfer spots out of moto number 35. Farley rolling back to moto number 34. She's going to get the 2. Ming's going to get that 3. Moto number 36 out there now, 31-40 young ladies. We got Kim Possible, Farley, Anderson, and Engberg. That's going to be Kim Possible for Factory Carbone Cartel leading the charge back down that last straight. She's going to get that low score. Engberg for the Bandits going to get that 2. Anderson for Caves Customs rounding out year 3. 6-year-old expert on the track now, another total points race. I got McGraw, the Cowboy Smith, and Mellinson. Mellinson sitting on that top spot as they round out that second corner for Pack BMX. He's got the Cowboy sitting on that 2 for FXR Dan's Comp. We got McGraw sitting on that 3 as they take it single file on down to the stripe. Mellinson going to lock in that low score out around number 1. The Cowboy going to get that 2. McGraw bringing it on home for that 3. 8-year-old expert on the track now taking 2. I got Simmons, Slingshot, Stopka, McGraw. Oh, and Soho's Toledo. Don't forget that one. Ripping on down that 3rd straight. That's going to be the Chrome Dome Slingshot sitting on that top spot, rounding out that last corner. Looks like the 15 ride, Simmons and Stopka both getting transfers out of moto number 38. 39 on the track now, 9-year-old expert. I got Sabalo, Callahan, Blue Bomber, Lakeberg, Mr. Ray, Peterson, Freddie Kazitza, Engberg, and Apex Boffman. Peterson sitting on that top spot. We got Kazitza sitting on that 2. Looks like Apex sitting on that 3. It's always fun to figure out who they are when they're just wearing pads, ripping in and out of the full tilt turn back down that last straight. Bandit colors. Peterson going to get a spot. Kazitza getting a spot. And Boffman all locking in transfer spots. Moto number 40 on the track. 10-year-old expert. I got Albert, Simmons, and Sorensen. That's a 25 ride. That's going to be Sorensen battling it out with Simmons for that top spot as they work it back down that 3rd straight. Sorensen trying to hold on to it. Simmons trying to make the pass as they go side by side back down that last straight. That's going to be Albert sitting on that 3 back down to the stripe. Did Simmons stretch work? Simmons going to get that low score. Sorensen going to get that 2. Albert's going to get that 3. 13-year-old expert out there now. We got the men of Schreier, Lil Man Molitor, Wells, Hertz, and Swanson. Once again, second round, you should be filling up the chutes. Taking 2, that's going to be the 8 ride in the state 5. So Swanson and Wells. 15-year-old expert, moto number 42, last rack around number 1, taking 2. I got Bowman, Cam Nato, Ford, Cata, Kendall Leland, Shiner, Bolin, and Geach. That's the 80 ride, followed up by the 7. That's going to be Cam Nato, followed up by Bowman as they rip it on in and out of the full tilt turn. Chaotic Kendall sitting on that 3 spot, battling it out, but we're going to take 2, and Ford's going to get one of them. Bowman going to hold on for that second transfer out of moto number 42. Round number 1 in the books. Second round, you should be filling the chutes. We're going to roll right into it. Mom and Dad got to work tomorrow. We'll be right back at you. Elvin, you should be in staging. Noah Elvin, actually, you should be at the top of the hill. All righty, round number 2, kicking things off. 6 and under mixed open in the gate. We got Rodell, Olson, and Freetag. Gate comes down on this one. They're battling it out for their gate pick in the main event as they work on down that first straight. Single file in and out of corner number 1. That's the 70 ride. That's going to be Rodell sitting on that top spot, riding it out for mom and dad. Looks like Freetag sitting on that 2 spot. That's going to be Olson sitting on that 3 as Rodell rounds out corner number 2, sitting on that top spot. Freetag holding on to that 2 right now. Taking them single file style in and out of the full tilt turn back down that last straight. It's all Rodell right now. She's going to cross first. Freetag trying to hold on to that 2 spot. Olson sitting on that 3. Got his eyes on the prize as they work it back down that last straight. It's going to go Freetag crossing second. Olson crossing third. 7-8 mixed open on the track. I got Nonobu, Elvin, Cordell, and Peterson. That's going to be Elvin sitting on that top spot. We got Cordell sitting on that 2. Peterson sitting on that 3 as they work it on back down that last straight. Elvin going to pick up that low score in round number 2. The Gold Cup 3 at Cordell going to get that 2 spot. Peterson going to get that 3. 9-10 mixed open on the track. I got Wolverton, Cannonball, Brady, and Lonsky. That's going to be Cannonball sitting on that top spot. We got Lonsky sitting on that 2. Wolverton sitting on that 3 spot. Taking them single file in and out of that last corner. Back down that last straight. It's all Prodigy colors in this one. Cannonball bringing it on home. He's going to cross first. The 544 ride. Lonsky crossing second. Wolverton going to cross third. 11-12 mixed open on the track. I got Hazelton, the new nephew, Fenzel, and Dilly Bar Telke. That's going to be the new nephew sitting on that top spot. We got the Dilly Bar for Black Sheep sitting on that 2. Riding out the top of the corner, back around down that last straight, but it's all the new nephew right now. He's going to cross first. Dilly Bar crossing second. And the 79 ride of Hazelton crossing third. 15-16 mixed open on the track. We got the Firecracker Schweiger at the Queen of Hearts, Trachik, and Mellinson. That's going to be the Firecracker sitting on that top spot right now. Mellinson on that 2. So Schweiger going to cross first this round. Mellinson crossing second. And the Queen of Hearts going to bring it on home on that 3. 7-8 open on the track. Now we got Simmons, Mellinson, and Slingshot Stopka. Chrome Dome, a Slingshot leading them in and out of corner number 2. We got the 15 ride. Simmons sitting on that 2 spot. Mellinson for Pack BMX rounding out your 3. Taking them single file style in and out of the full tilt turn back down that last straight. It's all Stopka right now. Stopka going to get that low score in round number 2. Simmons going to get that 2 spot. Mellinson rounding out your 3. 9-10 open on the track. 3 riders left. We got Albers, Mr. Ray Ray, and Simmons. That's going to be Simmons sitting on that top spot right now. Looks like Albers sitting on that 2 for Crank Lab. The red bike of Mr. Ray Ray sitting on that 3. Back down that last straight. Simmons going to cross first. Mr. Ray Ray with the big push going to cross second. Albers dropping to that 3. 36-40 young ladies on the track. We got Lee. Nope, I lied. 56 and over young ladies on the track. I should probably look up next time. We got the Anderson sisters and Miller ripping on down that 3rd straight. That's going to be Miller sitting on that top spot. I can tell you there's an Anderson and Anderson on the 2 and 3 as they round out that last corner back down that last straight. But it's all Black Sheep colors of Miller. She's going to bring it on down to the stripe, get that low score. The 7 ride, Shirley Anderson going to get that 2. Cheryl Anderson going to get that 3. Little bit more Moto Roulette. We know our Moto counter on YouTube is not working. We apologize for our technical difficulties. They will get fixed at some point. 3640 cruiser on the track right now. We got Norberg, Oberg, and Rodell. That's going to be Norberg sitting on that top spot. Oberg sitting on that too. Norberg, Oberg. And Rodell, yeah, I'm choking on my own words here. Norberg leading the charge back down that last straight. He's going to pick up that low score in round number 2. Oberg holding on for that 2 spot. And Rodell going to get that 3. Rolling on back to moto number 11, 3640, Young Lady Cruiser. We got Lee, the Queen of Hearts, Trachik, and Krigler. That's going to be Krigler leading them in and out of corner number 2. We got the Queen of Hearts sitting on that 2 spot. Lee for Bent Rim sitting on that 3. Riding it out on Betty White as they round out the full tilt turn back down that last straight. It's all Krigler right now. She's looking to get that best gate pick. She's going to cross first. The Queen of Hearts going to cross second. Lee crossing third. 9-year-old cruiser on the track. Now we got Mellinson, Engberg, and Freddie Kazitsa in this one. That's going to be Kazitsa sitting on that top spot. Looks like Engberg battling out with Mellinson on that 2 and 3. Working their way back down that last straight, so it's going to go Kazitsa crossing first, Engberg crossing second, Mellinson crossing third. Weebles and Wobbles are back on the track. 4 riders left in this one. We got the Tank, Krigler, McGraw, Prince, and Colbert. Rounding out that first corner, starting to sort things out. Their little weebles and wobbles, they go line to line, and they weeble and they wobble, but they won't go down. That's a 740 ride. That's Prince battling out with a 731. Colvard going to come out of that second corner on that top spot. Prince dropping back to that 2. Got to figure out where I'm at. McGraw sitting on that 3, and the Tank sitting on that 4 spot as they take it single file, stretching them out around that last corner. It's all Colvard right now. He's going to lead them on back down that last straight, looking to pick up that best gate pick. He's going to cross first. The 740 ride of Prince bringing it on home. He's going to cross second. Looks like the Tank, Krigler making the pass on McGraw, working their way down to the stripe. Krigler crossing third. McGraw rounding it out on that 4. 6-year-old novice on the track. Now 3 riders left. I got Olson, Haugen, and Not Stopping Beard. That's 506 ride. Olson followed up by the 602 of Haugen, and the 32 of Not Stopping Beard sitting on that 3 for Black Sheep as they stretch them out around that last corner. Single file back down that last straight. It's all Olson right now. Going to lead them on back down to the stripe. Olson going to cross first. The 602 ride, Haugen bringing it on home. Going to cross second. That's got to hurt sitting down on that seat. I'm just saying. 32 ride, Not Stopping Beard bringing it on home on that 3. 7-year-old novice on the track. We got Bethel, Supernova, Henches, and Wolverton. That's going to be Bethel sitting on that top spot. We got the Supernova sitting on that 2 spot. The 536 of Wolverton sitting on that 3 as they take it single file in and out of that last corner, back down that last straight. We got Bethel leading the charge, riding it out for Bethel Plumbing all the way back down to the stripe. Bethel going to cross first. Supernova crossing second. And Wolverton bringing it on home, going to cross third. Moving on to our 8-year-old novice, losing a rider on that first straight. Give him a big round of applause. We got Haugen the third and Laro. That's the 90 ride. That's going to be Laro sitting on that top spot. I like how you applaud loud now so you don't get yelled at a third time. I like it. Give our riders some love as they rip it around the track. That's going to be Laro on down that third straight. Haugen back on the wheels, sitting on that 2 spot. Finishing out on the wheels. You can tell he's sore. It's rough, but he's going to finish it out. He's got a main event to run, and he's looking to get to that podium. But Laro going to bring it on down to the line, crossing first. Haugen going to cross second. 9-year-old novice on the track now, total points racing. We got Lonsky, Record, and Wolverton. That's the 544 ride. Lonsky sitting on that top spot. We got Wolverton sitting on that 2 spot. Record sitting on that 3. Taking them single file, trying to keep it rubber side down, in and out of the full tilt turn, back down that last straight. It's all Lonsky right now, looking to pick up that skinny digit in round number 2. He's going to get it. The 197 of Wolverton bringing it on home, trying to hold on, going to get that 2 spot. Record going to get that 3. 11-year-old novice on the track. I'm going to try again. Zakovich and Jablonski, two of the hardest names in BMX. Well, not really, but close. That's a 776. Zakovich sitting on that top spot. We got Jablonski sitting on that 2 spot, rounding out that last corner, keeping it tight, tire to tire as they work their way back down that last straight. It's all Zakovich coming up side by side, gonna hold on. So Zakovich gonna cross first, Jablonski crossing second. 13-year-old novice now, we got 3 riders left, Lonsky, Hazelton, and Olson. That's 628 ride. Lonsky sitting on that top spot, the 79 ride of Hazelton, followed up by Olson sitting on that 3 as they take it single file back down that 3rd straight, in and out of the full tilt turn. Bringing them back at you, back down that last straight. It's all Lonsky looking to pick up that best gate pick in the second round. Lonsky going to cross first. Hazelton crossing second. Olson crossing third. Looks like a nice little parade lap for Foster in our 26-35 novice. 1 rider answering the call. Foster got a nice little boat ride working his way around the track. Back down that last straight. Foster going to cross first and by himself. 36-40 novice on the track. Now we got Henches, Caveman Anderson, and Lee. That's going to be Henches sitting on that top spot. Good to see him back, trying to keep it rubber side down as he works his way back down that last straight. Last time we saw him on the track, it didn't end well for him, but looks like he didn't lose a pedal in his time off. He's going to cross first. Teammate Lee crossing second. The Caveman crossing third. 46-50 novice on the track. Now we got Fast Graham some more. Copper Cowboy Grotti and Rayo Johansson. That's going to be Rayo leading him in and out of corner number 3. Leaning down to the pavement as he goes. He's going to lead him back down that last straight. Pick up that low score in round number 2, the 429. The Copper Cowboy. Grotti going to get that 2 spot. Fast Cramps going to get that 3. 5 and under intermediate out there. We got Simmons, Freetag, and Peterson. Freetag for Factory My Jungle Gym sitting on that top spot right now. We got Simmons sitting on that 2 spot. Little Miss Smiley, Emmy Peterson for the Bandits. Bringing it up side by side. She's not going to settle for 3. She's going to battle it out for 2 as they round out that last corner. Still jockeying for position as they work their way back down that last straight. Freetag trying to hold on as they bring it on home. Freetag going to cross first. Simmons going to hold on for that 2. And Peterson going to get that 3. 6-year-old intermediate on the track. I got Mogensen, Rodell, and Bug Mings. That's going to be Bug Mings sitting on that top spot for Bent Rim. Right now, leading them in and out of corner number 3. Mogensen sitting on that 2 spot. Rodell sitting on that 3 as they come on back at you down to the stripe. Ming's going to cross first. The 225 ride. Mogensen crossing second. Rodell crossing third. 7-year-old intermediate out there. We got McGowan, Bergman, and Peterson. Peterson for the Bandits sitting on that top spot. We got McGowan for Bent Rim sitting on that 2. Bergman for FXR Dance Comp sitting on that 3 spot. They're going to round out corner number 3, take it single file back down to the stripe. It's all Peterson right now. Peterson going to get that skinny digit in round number 2. McGowan going to get that 2 spot. Bergman going to get that 3. Moto number 28 on the track, 8-year-old intermediate. I got the Fireball Breheim all over Ford, and don't call me Little Brady. Looks like the Fireball sitting on that top spot. Her teammate all over Ford sitting on that 2 spot right now, in and out of the full tilt turn. Don't call me Little Brady for Prodigy sitting on that 3 spot. Rounding out back down that last straight. It's all the Fireball right now. She's going to cross first. All over Ford with a little style. Going to cross second. Don't call me Little Brady. Coming home third. 9-year-old intermediate on the track. We got Barg and Shooty left in this one. That's going to be Barg leading them on down that 3rd straight. Shooty sitting on that 2 spot out of moto number 29 as they head on back down that last straight. It's all Barg right now. He's going to lead them on down to the stripe, crossing first. Shooty going to bring it on home, crossing second. 11-year-old intermediate on the track, taking 3. We got Geese, Miss Ray, and Cannonball Brady. That's going to be Miss Ray for Level Up, sitting on that top spot, leading them in and out of the full tilt turn, pushing her way back down that last straight. We got Geese sitting on that 2 spot, Cannonball on that 3. It's going to go Miss Ray, Geese, and the Cannonball. 12-year-old intermediate out there now, another total points race. We got the Dilly Bar Telke Mad Cat Krigler and the new nephew Fenzel. That's going to be the Dilly Bar sitting on that top spot. The new nephew sitting on that 2. Mad Cat sitting on that 3 spot. She's looking to better her score as they round out that last corner, back down that last straight. But it's all Black Sheep in this one. Telke going to get that low score. New nephew going to air it out, holding on for that 2. Mad Cat going to get that 3. 26-35 intermediate on the track. We got Melanson in the Shadow Saxburg. That's going to be the Shadow sitting on that top spot. We got Melanson for Pack BMX trying to round out that 3rd corner, get a run on him as they bring it on back down that last straight. But Saxburg going to hold on, crossing first. Melanson crossing second. 41-45 intermediate out there now. Motor number 33. I got Marky Mark Beard, Oberg, and McGraw. That's going to be Marky Mark leading them in and out of corner number 2. McGraw sitting on that 2 spot. Oberg out for a Sunday ride, sitting on that 3 as they bring it on back down that last straight. Marky Mark going to pick up that low score in round number 2. McGraw going to get that 2 spot. Oberg going to get that 3. Motor number 34 on the track now. Welcome to the Girls Club. 7-year-old young ladies. We got the 1 cent Penny Lakeberg, Casey Ray Mings, and Marika Farley. That's going to be the 1 cent Penny Lakeberg for Prodigy sitting on that top spot. We got Marika Farley sitting on that 2. Casey Ray for Factory Rip sitting on that 3 spot. Rounding out that last corner, back down that last straight. It's all Prodigy right now. The 1 cent Penny Lakeberg bringing it on down to the stripe. Mings coming by, going to get that 2. And Farley going to get that 3. Good push by Mings back down that last straight. Never done till you get to the stripe. 13-year-old young ladies, I got Garski, Firecracker, Schweigert, and Lanigan. That's going to be Garski for Crank Lab crossing first. Lanigan crossing second. Firecracker, Schweigert crossing third. .31-40 young ladies on the track. I got Kim Possible, Anderson, and Eggberg leading them on down that last straight. Farley going to lock in that low score in round number 2. Engberg going to get that 2 spot. Anderson going to get that 3. Sohos Toledo, you should be in the gate. Sohos Toledo, you should be in the gate. We hold the gate for novice, but intermediate and expert. You know where you should be. Total points racing, 6-year-old expert on the track now. We got Melanson McGraw and the Cowboy Smith leading them in and out of that last corner. We got the Cowboy sitting on that top spot. That's going to be McGraw sitting on that 2. Melanson sitting on that 3 spot. So the Cowboy going to lock in that low score in round number 2. McGraw going to get that 2 spot. Melanson going to get that 3. 8-year-old expert on the track now. I got McGraw and Sohos Toledo. Heading on down that first straight, that's going to be McGraw sitting on that top spot coming out of corner number 1. We got Sohos Toledo sitting on that 2 spot. Bringing them back down that second straight, in and out of that second corner. It's all McGraw right now. Sohos Toledo trying to work his way into a better gate pick as they head on down that third straight. He's going to make the pass coming in and out of that last corner. Sohos Toledo going to lead him on back down that last straight. McGraw trying to get it back. He's not going to get there. So Sohos Toledo crossing first. McGraw crossing second. 9-year-old expert, I got Sabalo Callahan, the Blue Bomber Lakeberg, Mr. Ray, and Engberg. That's going to be Engberg for the Bandits sitting on that top spot. We got Mr. Ray sitting on that 2 spot. Looks like Sabalo Callahan sitting on that 3. The Blue Bomber on that 4 as they bring it on back down to the stripe. It's going to go Engberg, Mr. Ray, Sabalo Callahan, and Lakeberg. 10-year-old expert out there now. I got Albert Simmons and Sorensen. Total points racing in this one. It's going to be Simmons lead him on down that third straight. In and out of the full tilt turn. Looks like Sorensen sitting on that 2 spot. Albers sitting on that 3. Back down to the stripe. Simmons going to lock in that low score. Sorensen trying to hold on. He's going to get that 2 spot. Albers going to get that 3. 13-year-old expert on the track now. I got the Menace Schroyer, Lil Man Molitor, and Hertz. That's going to be the Lil Man sitting on that top spot. We got Hertz sitting on that 2 spot. The Menace Schroyer for Prodigy sitting on that 3. Rounding out that last corner. Bringing him on back down the stripe. It's going to go Molitor, Hertz, and Schroyer. 15-year-old expert on the track. Last rack on round number 2 on the track. I got Chaotic, Kendall, Leland, Shiner, Bolin, and Geach in and out of corner number 3. That's going to be Chaotic Kendall sitting on that top spot right now, leading him on down to the stripe. It's going to go Elin, the 45 ride of Geach and Shiner Bolin crossing on that 3. All righty, round number 2 in the books. We'll open up first and second straight to our 12 and over expert. We got some giveaways to do. I need 3 ticket giver outers at the finish line. So 3 volunteers to hand out tickets, and we'll be right back at you with the main event. All righty, we're going to do our giveaways real quick. Starting it out, getting a free hot dog. I got Branson Mackey. You're getting yourself a free hot dog tonight, Branson Mackey. Got a free ice cream treat going out to Peyton Schutte. What does that first name say? I got a Rice Krispie treat going out to Laro. The first name starts with an A. That's all I can tell you. I'm going with Olivia, but it might be wrong. She's only 8, so I'm not going to blame her for the writing. So, Olivia Laro, however you say it, you're getting yourself a Rice Krispie treat, but if you don't show up, I'm going to eat it. that sound? Main event, stage them on up. Main event, get them staged on up. Advanced Tuesday night race and main event time, kicking it off with our 6 and under mixed open. Gate comes down on this one. We got Schmidt, the Queen Bee, Boffman, Rodell, Freetag, and Olson ripping on down that first straight. It's a side-by-side battle. The Queen Bee and Schmidt battling out all night so far. They're going to take it side-by-side down that second straight. It's anybody's guess how they're going to shake out in this one. That's a 70 right. That's going to be Rodell sitting on that 3. Looks like Schmidt taking over that top spot right now. The Queen Bee dropping back to that 2 spot. Losing Schmidt. We'll get her picked up. She's still up for a podium spot if she can get back on the gas, but it's going to be the Queen Bee sitting on that top spot. She's back up. Give her a big round of applause. The Queen Bee going to bring it on home, get that 1. Rodell going to get that 2. That 3 spot still up for grabs. Schmidt on the gas, but can't quite get there. So the 506 Olson rounding out your podium on that 3. 7-8 mixed open on the track. We got Nonobu Elvin sitting on 2 points. Cordell and Peterson tied at 5 points apiece. So how they cross is how they're going to get on the podium today. But that's going to be Elvin with 2 aces trying to finish out his perfect day. He's going to get the top of the podium today. Cordell going to get that overall 2. Peterson going to get that overall 3. 9-10 mixed open on the track. We got Miss Ray, Bark, Burger, Mackey, Cannonball, Brady, Lonsky, and Wolverton ripping on down that last straight. That's going to be Miss Ray for level up, sitting on that top spot. She's going to get the top of the podium. The State 5 of Barg going to get that 2 spot. Burger, Mackey rounding out your podium on that 3. 11-12 mixed open on the track. We got a whole bunch of bumping bars coming down that second straight. We got Barron, Madcat, Krigler, Lanigan, the new nephew, Fenzel, Dilly, Bartelgi, and Hazelton. That's going to be Lanigan sitting on that top spot. We got Barron right on her hip pocket. They're going to bring it up side by side. Barron trying to hold on to it. Dilly Bar getting up in the mix. Lanigan going to hold on for the 1. Barron going to get the 2. Dilly Bar going to get that 3. That was pretty awesome for an open. We should rack them up, do it again, see if we can get that twice. 15-16 mixed open on the track now. This is a 3-3-6 total points race. We got the Firecracker, Schweigert, and Mellinson tied at 3 points apiece, so how they cross is how they're going to finish. The Queen of Hearts, Trachik, sitting on that 3. It was 6 points, so it's going to go Mellinson crossing first with your overall 1. The Firecracker crossing second with the overall 2. Trachik, the Queen of Hearts, bringing it on home for that overall 3. 7-8 open on the track now. This is a 2-4-6 total points race. We got the Chrome Dome Slingshot Stopka sitting on 2. Simmons sitting on 4. Mellinson sitting on 6. Rounding out that third corner in the order they were called, it's all Slingshot right now. He's going to finish out a perfect day with the top of the podium. Simmons crossing second with the overall 2. Mellinson going to get that overall 3. 9-10 open on the track. We got Little Man Molitor, Papa Smurf, Brazil, Simmons, Mr. Ray, and Albers. That's going to be Bratzel sitting on that top spot for Fusion. We got the Little Man Molitor sitting on that 2 spot right now. The 15-18 right of Simmons. So it's going to go Bratzel, Molitor, Simmons. 56 and over young ladies on the track. Total points racing for these ladies. We got the Anderson sisters and Miller out there. Miller sitting on 2 points. Shirley Anderson sitting on 4. Cheryl Anderson sitting on 6. That's going to be Shirley Anderson battling out with Miller for that top spot. They're going to take it side by side in and out of corner number 2. The pretty pink bike of Miller taking over that top spot. Shirley got the inside going in and out of corner number 3. Miller trying to get back underneath. They're going to take it side by side back down that last straight. Who's got the gas left in the tank for this one? Miller sitting on a perfect day, going to get the 1 in the overall 1. Shirley gave her a run for her money. She's going to get the overall 2. Cheryl going to get that overall 3. 36-40 young ladies on the track. We got Kim Possible, Farley, Engberg, Fireball, Breheim, Krigler, the Queen of Hearts, Trachik, and Lee. That's going to be Kim Possible sitting on that top spot right now. We got Engberg sitting on that 2. Looks like the Fireball, Breheim sitting on that 3 spot. Farley going to get the top of the podium today. Engberg going to get that 2 spot. The Fireball rounding out your podium on that 3. Moto number 13 on the track, 9-year-old cruiser. We got Peterson, Apex, Boffman, Freddie, Kazitza, Engberg, and Mellinson ripping on around down that second straight. That's going to be Peterson sitting on that top spot right now. We got Apex Boffman sitting on that 2 spot. Kazitza actually put his jersey on sitting on that 3. Rounding out that last corner, back down that last straight. Mom over there smiling because I called it out. Bringing it on down to the stripe. It's going to be Peterson at the top of the podium. Boffman with that 2 spot. Freddie Kazitza rounding out your podium on that 3. 3640 cruiser on the track. 2 riders answering the call. We got Norberg, Oberg. It's a 255 total points race. So what you see is what you get as they bring it on down that last straight. Maybe not. Norberg side by side with Oberg. Norberg, Oberg. It's not that hard. Norberg crossing first with the overall 1. Oberg crossing second with the overall 2. Don't forget, no line over there. Concessions, get them checked out. We're herding cats into the gate right now. Or 5 and under novice. You think the kids are bad? You should work with the parents. Don't tell them I said that. They can't hear me up there. Maybe one of them can. Five and under novice on the track. Our Weebles and Wobbles back at it one more time for this main event. We're losing 1, losing 2. We got a yard sale going on that first straight. We'll got them all picked up, sorted back out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe made it through. One of them back up. Give them a big round of applause. 2 of them back up. Third one back up. Remember, they're 5 years old. Your applause counts. We got Engberg sitting on that top spot right now, the 236 ride. Rodell sitting on that 2 spot, the 251 ride of the Crusher. Brady sitting on that 3. Now I can say we got 1 rider on every straight of our little tykes. First, second, third, fourth, they're all over the place. Engberg bringing it on home. She's going to get the top of the podium with a smile. The 236 ride. That's going to be Rodell bringing it on home, holding on for that, too. We got a side-by-side battle for that last spot on the podium. The 740 ride, that's going to be Prince. Going to round out your podium on that 3. One more big round of applause for our last few riders that ate the dirt in the main event. We got tears coming out of corner number 2, but everyone else is kind of smiles. They're still battling it out. They'll be back to battle another day. It's always a good show with our Weebles and Wobbles. All right, no more show out of this one. 6-year-old novice on the track. We got McGowan, Shilkin, Olson, Haugen, and Not Stopping Beard. Bringing them on down that first straight. Looks like bent rim colors in and out of corner number 1 on that top spot. That's going to be the 921 ride. That's going to be McGowan sitting on that top spot. We got the 786, the Shilkin sitting on that 2 spot. The 602 trying to keep his feet on the pedals. That's Haugen sitting on that 3 as they take it single file back down that third straight in and out of the full tilt turn. Bringing them on home. It's all bent rim in this one. Wire to wire. McGowan going to lead him on back down that last straight. He's going to get the top of the podium tonight. The 786 ride, Shilkin, going to get that 2. And the 602 ride of Haugen rounding out your podium on that 3. 7-year-old novice on the track. We got the Ferrari, Saxberg, Bartheld, Bethel, Supernova, Henches, and Wolverton. That's the 59 ride. That's Ferrari sitting on that top spot. The 167 of Bartheld sitting on that 2. Bethel sitting on that 3 spot. Working their way down. Bartheld trying to give the Ferrari a run for her money as they round out that full tilt turn back down that last straight. It's all Saxberg right now. Bartheld airing it out, trying to get there. Can't quite get there. Saxberg going to get the top of the podium. Bartheld going to get the 2. Bethel rounding out your podium on that 3. Moto number 18, 8-year-old novice on the track. We got Jensen, Rimbender, Henches, Lero, and Haugen the 3rd. That's a 272 ride. That's going to be Jensen sitting on that top spot. The Rimbender for Bent Rim sitting on that 2 spot. The 600 ride of Haugen sitting on that 3 as they round out that last corner. The rim bender making a run at Jensen as they round it out, bringing him back down that last straight. Jensen says, I'm not giving it up easy. You better push harder than that. Jensen going to get the top of the podium. Hench is going to get that 2. The 600 ride bringing it on home. Haugen going to get that 3. Moto number 19 on the track now, 9-year-old novice. This is a 246 total points race. We got Lonsky sitting on 2 points. Record sitting on 6 points. And Wolverton sitting on 4. I can do math, I promise. That's going to be Lonsky sitting on that top spot right now. We got Wolverton sitting on that 2 spot, rounding out that full tilt turn. Record sitting on that 3. 544. Lonsky going to finish out a perfect day laps, getting the top of the podium today. The 197 of Wolverton going to get that overall 2. Record going to get that overall 3. 11-year-old novice on the track now. We got Laro, Bethel, Zakovich, and Jablonski rounding out that last corner. That's going to be Laro sitting on that top spot. We got Bethel sitting on that 2 spot for Bethel Plumbing. Laro riding it out for the parents, going to get the overall 1 today. Bethel going to get that 2, the 776, bringing it on home. That's going to be Zakovich rounding out your podium on that 3. 13-year-old novice, moto number 21. We got Geese, Olson, Botcher, Lonsky, almost losing a rider out of corner number 2. Right back on the gas and the go fast. Hazelton and Botcher back down that last straight. That's 530 ride of Olson going to get the 1, 769 and the 559. So Geese going to get the 2. Botcher, Jet Botcher going to get that 3. Moto number 22 on the track now, 2635 novice. It's the ghost moto of the night. We got Miska, Wolverton, Foster, and Miska. One of the Miskas not making it to the main event, but that's going to be the 757 Hunter Miska on that top spot. The 310 ride of Wolverton sitting on that 2 spot. The 784 Foster sitting on that 3, ripping them in and out of the full tilt turn. Back down that last straight. It's all Miska. He's going to air it out with a little style, get that 1. The 310 ride of Wolverton going to get that 2. And the 784 of Foster going to round out your podium on that 3. 3640 novice, the sketchiest class in BMX on the track. We got Austin, Rodell, Olson, Henches, Lee, and Caveman Anderson. That's going to be Rodell sitting on that top spot right now. Austin trying to hold on to that Buck and Bronco sitting on that 2 spot, working their way in and out of the full tilt turn. It's all the 271 ride. Rodell going to get the top of the podium today. Austin going to hold on for that 2. The 793 of Olson going to get that 3. 4650 novice on the track now. This is a 255 total points race. We got Rayo Johansson sitting on that 2. He's got to drag his butt on his tire, I swear. I've never seen a guy get that low going around a corner. It's impressive, but I'm just saying. Johansson leading him in and out of corner number 3. We got Fast Cramp sitting on that 2 spot. Johansson going to lead him on back down to the stripe, finish out a perfect day with the 1. Fast Cramp's going to get that 2. The Copper Cowboy going to get that overall 3. 5 and under intermediate on the track. This is a 246 total points race. We got Freetag sitting on 2, Simmons sitting on 4, Peterson sitting on 6. That's the order they're ripping down that 3rd straight right now. Freetag for Factory My Jungle Gym, Simmons for Embrace Orthodontics in the Black Sheep, and Peterson, Little Miss Smiley Peterson for the Bandits sitting on that 3 spot. Single file back down that last straight. Simmons making a run at Freetag as they bring it on down to the stripe. Freetag going to hold on to finish out a perfect day with the overall 1. Simmons going to get the overall 2. Peterson going to get that overall 3. 6-year-old intermediate on the track now. We got the Queen Bee, Boffman, Schmidt, Bugmings, Mogensen, and Rodell. That's going to be the Queen Bee for Fusion sitting on that top spot. Schmidt sitting on that 2 spot. Looks like Bugmings for Bent Rim sitting on that 3. Schmidt trying to make a run down that last straight once again as they bring it on down to the stripe. They're going to go tire to tire. Queen Bee holding on. Bug Ming's getting that 3. I'm not calling 1 and 2 yet. Yeah. Queen Bee Boffman holding on for that 1. Schmidt going to get that 2. 7-year-old intermediate on the track. Now we got McGowan, Bergman, and Peterson. Another 246 total points race. Peterson for the Bandits sitting on 2 points. McGowan for Bent Rim sitting on 4. Bergman for FXR Dance Comp sitting on 6 points. That's the order they're bringing them on back down that last straight. Peterson going to finish out a perfect day with the top of the podium today. McGowan going to get the overall 2. Bergman bringing it on home for that overall 3. 8-year-old intermediate out there. We got Nono Boo Elvin, Mr. E. Acapina, Cordell, Fireball, Breheim, Oliver Ford, and Don't Call Me Little Brady. That's going to be Nono Boo Elvin sitting on that top spot. We got Cordell and Acapina battling out on that 2 and 3. They're going to take it on down. Looks like Cordell moving up into that 2 spot. Mr. E moving back to that 3. The Fireball trying to get up into the podium mix as they bring it on back down that last straight. But it's going to be Elvin with the 1, Cordell with the 2, Mr. E rounding out your podium on that 3. 9-year-old intermediate, we got Shimmick, Burger, Mackey, Bargain, Shooty. That's going to be Shimmick sitting on that top spot. Burger, Mackey sitting on that 2 spot. Barg sitting on that 3 as they round out that last corner, back down that last straight. It's all Shimmick in this one. He's going to lead him on back down, but Burger Mackey trying to make a run at it up across the table. Burger Mackey going to get the pass at the line with the 1. Shimmick going to get that 2. Barg going to get that 3. It doesn't end until you cross that white line. Don't you forget it. 11-year-old intermediate out there. We got Barron, Shimmick, Tough Cookie Ford, Ray, Geese, and Cannonball Brady. That's going to be Barron for Prodigy sitting on that top spot. Our roller, Shimmick, sitting on that 2. Miss Ray sitting on that 3. Barron going to cross first. Shimmick going to keep it on the tires this time and roll across on that 2. Miss Ray going to get that 3. 12-year-old intermediate out there. We got a 246 total point race. Dilly Bar sitting on 2 points. New Nephew sitting on 4 points. Mad Cat sitting on 6. That's the order. They're ripping in and out of the full tilt turn. Back down that last straight. It's all Black Sheep in this one. Dilly Bar going to lead him on back down to the stripe. He's going to get the 1 in the overall 1. The New Nephew going to get your 2 in your overall 2. Mad Cat going to get that overall 3. 26-35 intermediate on the track. We got Bratzel, Kachow, Simmons, the Shadow, Saxberg, and Mellinson. Looks like Saxberg moving up into that 3, making the pass out of corner 2. Bratzel sitting on that top spot. The guy you need the autographs for, the red 95, sitting on that 2. So it's going to go Bratzel, Kachow, and Saxberg. 41-45 intermediate on the track. Another 246 total points race. We got Marky Mark sitting on 2 points for the Black Sheep. We got McGraw sitting on 4 points. Oberg sitting on 6. Taking them single file in and out of the full tilt turn. Marky Mark leading them down that last straight, looking to finish out his perfect day. He's going to get the 1 in the overall 1. McGraw going to get the 2 in the overall 2. Oberg going to get the overall 3. Welcome to the Girls Club. Main event time. This is a 255 total points race. We got the 1 cent Penny Lakeberg sitting on 2 points. Casey Ray and Marika Farley tied at 5 points apiece. So how they cross, how they're going to sit. The 1 cent going to get a perfect day. Marika Farley crossing second. Mings crossing on that overall 3. 13-year-old young ladies on the track. We got little JT Tollefson, little Red McCauley, Garsky, Lanigan, and Firecracker Schweigert. That's going to be little JT going to get the top of the podium today. Little Red going to get that 2 spot. Garsky rounding out your podium on that 3. 31-40 young ladies on the track. We got Kim Possible, Farley, Anderson, and Engberg. This is another 246 total points race. I got Kim Possible sitting on that top spot. Engberg sitting on that 2. Anderson sitting on that 3. Kim Possible going to lead him on back down that last straight. She's looking to finish out her perfect day. She's going to get the top of the podium today. Engberg going to get the 2 in the overall 2. Anderson going to get that overall 3. Six-year-old expert on the track. Now this is a 3, 4, 5 total points race. We got Mellinson leading the charge. He's got 4 points. He's going to cross with 5. Smith crossing second with 5 in the overall 2. And McGraw crossing third, going to get the overall 3. So Mellinson going to get the overall 1. Smith going to get the overall 2. McGraw going to get the overall 3. 8-year-old expert on the track. We got Slingshot, Stopka, Simmons, Soho, Toledo, and McGraw. That's going to be the Chrome Donut slingshot leading him down to the stripe. He's going to get the 1. Simmons going to get that 2. McGraw going to get that 3. 9-year-old expert on the track. We got Peterson, Freddie Kazitza, Apex, Bachman, Engberg, Mr. Ray Ray, Sabalo, Callahan, Blue Bomber, Lakeberg. That's Bandit colors. That's going to be Peterson on that top spot. Sabalo, Callahan sitting on that 2. Peterson going to get the 1. Callahan going to get the 2. Apex, Bachman rounding out your podium on that 3. 10-year-old expert on the track, another 246 total points race. I got Simmons sitting on 2, Sorensen sitting on 4, Albers sitting on 6. That's how they're rounding out that second corner. Simmons sitting on that top spot right now. He's going to lead them in and out of the full tilt turn. Back down that last straight. Sorensen sitting on that 2. Albers sitting on that 3. So Simmons is going to get the 1 in the overall 1. Sorensen going to get the 2 in the overall 2. Albers going to get the overall 3. 13-year-old expert on the track now. Moto number 41. We got Swanson, Wells, Little Man Molitor, Hertz, and the Menace Schroyer. That's going to be Swanson leading them in and out of that last corner. Wells sitting on that 2 spot. Bringing him on back down to the stripe. It's going to go Swanson, Wells, Molitor. 15-year-old expert on the track, last rack on our Tuesday night race. We got Cam Nato, Ford, Bowman, Cata, Kendall, Leland, Geach, and Shiner Bolin. That's going to be Cam Nato sitting on that top spot. We got Bowman sitting on that 2 spot. Cata, Kendall sitting on that 3. Rounding out that last corner, back down that last straight. It's all Ford in this one. He's going to cross on that top spot. Bowman going to get that 2. Cata, Kendall rounding out your podium on that 3. That's going to do it for a Tuesday night race night. Don't forget, we are 100% run by volunteers. Please take a look around your area. Pick up any trash you got. We'll be back at you Thursday night for another race, single or fire and ice race. Have a good night and drive safe.